Alrighty.
All right, y'all. So we're going to start.
Well, welcome back to another episode of the Val and Vibe with Tori
and Mo,
where we talk about real love,
real life, and real vibes.
Now, y'all know how we start every single time. We gave y'all enough time already. We got us pulled already, as usual. So, what we need y'all to do is put y'all drinks up. Take a shot with the gang. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was strong, wasn't it?
Okay.
Well, it was. So in this episode, we dive into one of the most misunderstood part of relationships, and that's how to handle conflict. How do you handle conflict?
I handle conflict very well, I think.
She's aggressive. She beats me.
I feel like that's a personal opinion. So we're going to talk about the difference between healthy and toxic arguments, why couples really fight, and how unresolved emotions show up in everyday disagreements.
I mean, well, we know why couples fight, because it's always something to fight over.
Right, because one is always right, and the other one always think they're
she
right.
always... Let me see, from petty arguments to deeply emotional need, this episode is about learning how to fight and communicate better and grow stronger through conflict. Yeah.
You growing? I'm growing out here.
Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
In this episode, we're going to discuss why conflict is normal, healthy versus toxic fighting styles, emotional triggers and patterns, what couples are really arguing about, tools to communicate better, how to repair arguments.
What do you think couples are really arguing about? What's the main thing couples argue about?
Like a main reason why couples argue, or
kind of one of the main reasons. Let's say one of them, not the main reason, but one of the main reasons.
I don't know, because communication, not understanding the other person's point of view. What'd you say?
Somebody's not listening.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So communication.
And then it gets to, it don't even be about the argument or whatever the purpose was. No way. It gets to who's talking louder and who's yelling at who's cursing.
Oh yeah, who can be the loudest? True, for sure.
I think that's what most arguments end up being about, for the most part. Most fights aren't about what you think they're about, basically. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of leaves what the initial problem is, because then it turns to something else. But
and then you got to get back to the thing after the fact.
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I don't even remember what it was. I don't even remember what the main point was once we didn't argue. But if you've ever said we keep fighting about the same thing, always, constantly, this episode is for you. What?
Miss Toxic.
Who toxic?
Not you.
I don't think so.
Speaking of toxic, do you think yelling is always toxic?
I can't say yeah and no. It's literally got to either be yes or no.
Is it toxic? Like, why would yelling be toxic though?
Because, like, I feel like yelling can be toxic because it's like a form of
abuse.
No, yeah, yes,
yeah.
A form of abuse and a form of abuse, and also is like showing how macho you is. Like it's like you're trying to show like you're more macho than whoever you're yelling at.
But wouldn't you call it abuse and not toxicity?
Okay, that's the same thing. Abuse and toxicity is the same thing.
No.
Okay, they like cousins.
Oh, cousins. Do you think it's always disrespect when somebody's yelling?
No, I don't. I don't think it's always disrespect when someone is yelling, because sometimes and during an argument things get heated, right? And goes back to like the initial point we said, you want to be heard. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you get louder and louder trying to be heard. And it's not always to present aggression. Sometimes it's just to be heard. Right. You don't agree?
I agree.
Ah, okay.
I agree.
Because I'm right.
Y'all see what's going on here.
I said what I said and I meant it.
So context matter.
Yes, context definitely matters. The context of the conversation, the context of the problem.
So not who's right. Right?
Me.
Right. Wow. What about emotion? Like, is it like showing emotion? How do you show emotion during an argument without it being taken disrespectfully or being taken as like toxic or whatever?
How do I show emotion?
No, like how do you think it? Not you personally. But how do you think it should be shown? Like, arguments get passionate.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. How do you control your emotions with that and still elaborate what you're saying without it being taken as disrespectful or toxic?
I don't have the answer to that, guys, because I'm working on that. I'm working on that, so I'm not that far yet. I'm not there yet. So
you're hilarious.
No. But the context, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm working on that.
Yeah, because the context never gets, you know what I'm saying, spoken through. Because once the yelling start, then it's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, that's true. And that caused like people to shut down me. That is one of my things. Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, whatever, you got it. It is what it is.
That's what you do.
Yeah, that's not what I be doing. I'm getting my get back.
Tell that story.
Oh,
tell that story.
I thought I'd be like, all right, you got it. It's yours. Do you?
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you thought. That's what you want to be doing.
That's what I should be doing.
Yeah. Nah, that's what you want to do.
Because who you talking to?
You start and finish the argument.
Oh, see? I win, you lose.
It's your fault.
I win, you lose.
I guess. So how do you recover from yelling? Once it starts getting to yelling, how do you recover? How do we recover from that?
Us personally.
How are we supposed to?
How should we? Communication. Calm down. Take a breather. Come back. Revisit the conversation. So that we're responding to each other to understand, not just to respond. I didn't say that right.
Close enough.
Oh, okay. You got what I was trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the most part.
Fix it.
I think we're showing who's the toxic one here.
Who is? Y'all think I'm toxic? I'm not toxic.
She's showing it, ain't she?
Healthy couples don't avoid conflict. They learn how to fight for the relationship, not against each other. You agree?
I think you're good at doing both.
I be fighting you.
You fight for the relationship and you fight me.
So is it really true that if yelling actually means that the argument, like it's a toxic argument, is the argument becoming toxic once you start yelling, once the voice is raised, once the value hits here, is that toxic?
I mean, toxic ain't the word I would use because everything ain't toxic. You know what I'm saying? But I think once the voices get raised, it's time to shut stuff down, like shut the conversation down and walk away and come back to it another time. I do.
I don't know. I think it's toxic though because it's literally a fight, like a verbal fight, literally back and forth. So I think that's so toxic. Continuing
that, yeah, like every single argument, everywhere, like yeah. I think.
And do you agree when I said that yelling shuts down communication?
Yeah.
It like makes you like not even want to continue, like finish off what's being said. Okay. You. So during the argument, sometime, honestly, I will be like, okay. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, you got it. And then you'll be like, you not understanding what I'm saying? You just want to end the conversation.
It's true.
And if I say, yeah, I'm just trying to end the conversation, then you'll be like, that's because I'm right. I said a good point. And now you think, now I'm right. Is that not true?
No.
So when I try to shut the conversation down, do you not feel like that's a healthy way to end that for now? Because I feel like it's getting too heightened.
I feel like you trying to shut the conversation down after you get your point across.
So it's like I say my last thing. I'm like,
I
all
don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, that's. You asked me. You asked me.
All right.
You asked me. That's what it be. That's what it be.
Well, I be trying to work healthy.
Work healthy, but you listen to me and you shut up. That's healthy, huh?
Do you think that yelling in an argument creates fear instead of safety?
Sometimes it depends on who's giving it and how it's like how that yelling is. Like you can be an aggressive yeller or you can be yelling from across the room. But if you yelling in somebody's face, that it can in a lot of cases create fear. Yes,
I agree with that too. Because just think about it, like when we're kids and our parents yell at us a lot. And when they come, you automatically get scared. You
like once they get closer, yeah.
You tense up automatically. So I do think that yelling creates fear instead of safety. And in your relationship, you should always feel safe and feel safe with your partner. Yeah. And do you think that arguing escalates the argument instead of resolve it?
Do I think that what?
That yelling escalates the argument instead of resolving it.
Yeah, definitely. Most times, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind
Because,
of like all the time.
like I said, like it's like now you yell at me. I'm gonna yell at you. Like we're gonna keep going back and forth. It's literally you're not gonna be hearing what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be hearing what you're saying. You literally don't get no point across. So working on trying to communicate without yelling or raising your voice too high, because sometimes you gotta be like, all right now, I said what I said. Now be quiet. That's a little raising up the voice. That's a little healthy way of raising your voice.
Healthy way.
A healthy way of raising your voice.
She says, yeah, sometimes yelling is healthy. When you're not listening, you need to shut up.
Yeah. So going back to our point where we said that yelling creates fear instead of safety, that crosses into emotional harm.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like a piece of verbal abuse.
Yeah.
Just because you're not calling me on my name and everything, right? You agree? No.
I think verbal abuse. Oh my God, why can't I say it? Verbal abuse.
Yeah.
I think it goes a little deeper than that. I think it starts with like name calling or like downgrading or saying stuff like that. I don't think if you're just yelling trying to get your point across, I don't think that's abuse. Like, I mean, unless you just constantly yelling at a person, like constantly, then that starts to cross the line of abuse.
Yeah, that's why I said a little pinch. Like
it starts to cross the line, but
it becomes abuse, especially when it creates fear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When the yelling creates fear, then I feel like that's like a little pinch of abuse.
Yeah, that's when it starts crossing the lines, and that's when your partner gets to start to avoiding you. You know what I'm saying?
Avoiding you, yeah, that's true. And it's just like if you can't talk or communicate without yelling, then that's not a healthy way of communicating. At that point, you're not even communicating; you're just reacting.
Exactly. And that's when that avoidance builds that resentment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Avoidance, that builds the resentment, and then you get the disconnecting. And the disconnect can feel like punishment, even though you're mad at that person, because especially if you argue, then like y'all going to the next room or y'all not talking or whatever, it can feel like a punishment on both parties.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as an adult, who want to feel like their partner is punishing them. No.
Or their partner is punishing them because of,
That's what I said.
Yeah. What y'all think? Let me take a sip.
Okay.
Unresolved emotion don't magically disappear overnight. Very true.
Say it again.
Unresolved emotion don't magically disappear overnight.
So that correlates into going to bed, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Now, I'm a big fan of not wanting to go to bed mad.
Right.
And I feel like in the beginning of our relationship, we was really good at that. We was really, really, really good at not not going to bed mad, making up before bed. But sometimes I feel like we be slipping through the creeks. And I be going to bed pissed off. Like,
you know why?
Why?
Because we argue right before bed.
Exactly. And it be something so stupid, like minuscule, like. But, and I literally wake up in a terrible mood. Like, I'm not happy when I wake up, and I'm not even happy to be like waking up next to you, like, I'm looking up, like smiling. No.
Yes, you is. Yes, you is.
Y'all heard me, right? It's like, it's so toxic. Like, we're going back to the toxic word. I do not like going to bed mad. I do not like going to bed mad. And I try not to.
No.
I try to be like in my head with peace. But sometimes when I be too pissed off, it's over with. And I be like, all right, maybe we'll make up tomorrow. Like, cook him some breakfast or something. Or, I don't know, maybe he'll do something for me. Like, I don't know. But I'm really working on it again. I'm trying to get back to that because we did lose that with going to bed mad. Do you agree with me? You be going to bed mad at me?
Nah, I'll be chilling.
So then, when I wake up, why you having an attitude? Then if you ain't go to bed mad, you got it back in the morning.
Yeah, I don't go to bed mad. I wake up mad.
You're so annoying.
Okay, let's switch up the topic a little bit.
Okay.
Bringing up the past is always unfair. Do you agree?
Yes, now.
Hmm?
I didn't used to agree back then.
That's crazy.
I literally used to bring up everything, like when I noticed it was what made me change. We can be arguing about one thing, and then I could bring up something from the past, like, well, you didn't used to do this, but damn well you're not doing it now. Like, but you used to do this, so it's like I'm creating a reason to be mad now about something in the past.
And you know what that does? That switches the argument from what it is now
to that. Exactly. It takes off the initial point that we were at, because now we digressing into what I'm bringing up. And I did have that bad. I had that really, really, really bad because I don't know why, but it was easy to deflect. It's a deflection. I feel like it's literally a deflection, and it's so easy to deflect, and it's so easy when you're still struggling with whatever you went through in the past and you haven't forgiven. It's so easy to tie it into the current. What?
So you say you be deflecting?
Not now.
You used to be.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. And it took me a while to notice that I was deflecting. Taking off whatever the point was that you had an issue with, or you had a problem, or whatever we're talking about, and pushing it to something else that you did. You know, it's kind of like switching it, flipping the table to you.
Yeah.
So, did I just do that right now? I ain't just leave topic, did I?
No.
Oh. But yes, I do think that
it derails the issue.
It derails the issue, and it takes off the initial point.
Creates defensiveness.
It does within your partner. It does, because now they like, dang, did you get over it or not? Like, is we past that or are we not past that?
Right. It prevents growth.
It does, because you're being stuck in the past.
And you use that as ammunition. Not you, but okay. Oh my God.
In your back pocket.
So about that last point that we were just talking about going to bed angry at each other, Nina brought up a great point. She said, think about, you know how you said waking up mad or waking up, something like that. Think about that person not waking up the next morning.
Ooh, that's deep, Nina. Exactly. And that used to be literally be one of my points of why I didn't want to go to bed mad, because I didn't want to. If anything can happen, like even if you didn't wake up, or if you did wake up and then now you're going to work and then something detrimental happened, now I would live with the fact that we was mad at each other.
The last word you said was "I hate you." No,
I don't never ever say that.
I said I was just playing.
Okay, tell me something. But yeah, so Nina, I definitely agree with you. That literally used to be my number one point on why I didn't like to go to sleep mad. Is literally holding on to anger for nothing. But that goes on to my next point, is like going to bed angry. Kind of answered. I was gonna say, like, do you think that going to bed angry is okay? Because I know that some people do think that going to bed angry is okay because they feel like that's their cooling point. By the time they wake up in the morning, they'll be cooled off, calm, and they get some time away to think and wake up the next morning to retry again. So I did understand their point. It's just not my point. It's just not my way and my thought process on going to sleep upset.
I can't say I understand it because it gets right back to the point. What if that person don't wake up? Then you're salty.
Right. That's true. Exactly. But that's just one point on ours where they may have
Go cool off and come back. And
don't go to sleep, go somewhere and cool off. Better walk to the basement.
Yeah,
go to a corner.
Use the bathroom, put some water on your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Come back. Good night, love. See you in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Because and I'm saying this because I literally had a conversation with somebody when I at one of my jobs or whatever, and she just was like, sleep regulates her mind. Sleep puts her in a different space because that's her comfort or whatever. So by the time she wakes up, she'll think about X, Y, and Z. But then it goes on to, like we said, our point where it's like, okay, what if they don't wake up? What if you don't get that time?
Right.
Or whatever. But what if you do get that time? And then now you get to be like, okay, now I get to have a conversation with you. I went to sleep. I slept about it, talked about it. Boom. Right.
See, Mom.
Right. I'm trying to mature again. I used to be mature, then I went immature. Now I'm trying to mature again with not going to sleep upset, and like just letting it be. Especially because we argue. When we argue about the stupidest stuff. Like, it's never anything real. Nothing detrimental. It's always something so simple, and it goes back to the communicating, and it goes back to not understanding each other and yelling to not understand or hear what your partner is saying.
I think that just comes with. Honestly, I think that comes with marriages that last long. I think the arguments get more and more petty because you're around each other for so long. You know what I'm saying? You start to pick at, not purposely, but you start to pick at what's like you start to pick at your partner and the stuff they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Because they might have said something that rubbed you the wrong way, or they might have did something that you didn't like, and now you're like, I'm gonna be a little petty right now. You know what I'm saying?
You be being petty?
Of course.
Oh, me too. So I just so y'all know, we be on the same page.
Yeah. Got it, petty. I think we spoke about this already. Past issues should be addressed when it happened.
True.
Only when it happened, and it shouldn't be brought up in new cases or new arguments.
I agree. Like I said, y'all, I had to learn bringing up the past, and especially if it's something that I stayed after. Like, if you stay after anything that your partner has done, and they may have done something like, oh, I'm leaving, but you end up staying, you stay, baby. Leave it in the past. Don't even bring it back up. It's literally non-existent at this point, because obviously you stayed to work through it, or you worked through it, or you forgiven. So it's like, it's either you forgive and forget, or just leave type of situation. So definitely leave the past in the past. And like I said, I had to learn that, because I used to be so ready to bring up the past, like, but you did, but you said, so what I'm doing ain't nothing to what you did, because you did. But I'm grown out here now.
Sorry for my smoke, y'all. Can y'all still see me?
Yeah, lay off.
Watch this. Y'all can still see me, can't y'all?
Just agree to pause with reassurance, not silence.
Silence never works. Well, come back to it. You can be silent.
Right, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I was going to say, hold up now. Silence do work.
Yeah,
like, you need your time.
Right.
I need my time.
Mm-hmm.
We taking our time. We can revisit whatever the situation is, whatever the argument is. And then we can talk about it again. That goes back to having a clear head. You know? It's like, and to be honest, sometimes arguments are so petty, or it's, like I said, like it digressed so far, you can literally leave that argument there. You can literally like, okay, we done with this, and it's okay to be done with this, and not even revisit the conversation again. You agree with that?
Like argue about dishes. What?
Go do them dishes.
I mean, like, it's a good point. That's the little petty stuff.
Yeah, that's like chores. Who do the dishes? Who did the dishes? Who's going to do the dishes?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like the argument versus like the root. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting about addictions, phone use. Like sometimes you be in your not you, but sometimes the person may be in their phone too much, or you know what I'm saying. Like what I think most arguments get to being about is tone.
Yes, I agree. It don't be what you say; it's how you say it. Put that in y'all notes.
We can get to that another day. I ain't gonna even go into that. You know,
put that in y'all notes. Y'all heard me.
Well, time, money, and even intimacy. Yes, people argue about intimacy.
Yeah. Not getting enough. Not getting it when they want it.
Not getting it how they want it.
Not getting it how they want it. Not getting the things that they want. No, that's definitely a thing.
Yeah. So what are they fighting for? We just went about the list about what people fighting about, but fighting for
what they really should be fighting for.
Feeling supported. Attention. That's, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna say that's something good to argue about, but like that's something to have a serious conversation about. Let's say a serious conversation.
Right, because attention matters.
Right, but
show me you love me.
Right, absolutely. Respect.
Yes.
Prioritizing your partner.
Yes.
Security.
Yeah.
And connection.
Like what we said. Fear versus safety. You want to feel secure when you're with your partner. Not afraid. You feel like that's your comfort, your safe space. So this is things like, so really, I feel like when the first list that you named was like the dishes,
that's the stuff, the petty stuff you fight about.
Exactly, fight about. But really, within that, the things that you're fighting for is probably like the attention, the security. So that's the deeper root. That's the root of really what you're upset about. It's not really the petty stuff that you named. I think it's like the root of everything is, like you said.
That's the stuff that the other stuff I said was basically what goes unsaid. Like sometimes you don't want to have that hard conversation. Sometimes you feel like you can't bring it to your partner.
So you pick at the little stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it gets, and that's how the big argument started. Now it's like, all right, it comes out. And a lot of times when that happens, I feel like that's when the yelling starts, or I feel like that's when you start poking at your partner, because that's when it's like, all right, I'm going to say it now. But it comes out the wrong way a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that causes unresolved issues to resurface. Patterns.
Yeah.
Patterns in your partner definitely matter. And it's just like you can't heal what you pretend never happened. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't heal from it if you constantly put it on the background and pretend like it never happened. You will never heal from it. And it's kind of like, okay, so that's kind of like contradicting, because it's like sometime when things happen in the past and you, like I was saying, you stay, you do kind of forget it or whatever, like act like it never happened. But in that same token, how could you heal from that if you pretend that it never happened?
Right.
So how do you move on from that without having that conversation? You know, without having that hard conversation to get through it. You can't grow through it. You can't get through it until you grow through it. You know.
Right. So you do have that conversation, but you forgive. But the forgive part, no, you don't forgive. Because that's where you grew from.
But what if you've never had that conversation? What if y'all never got to have the conversation about whatever happened or whatever, and then you stayed, and it's like, dang, I can't never bring this up again. I can't never bring this up, because then if I bring it up, it's gonna be like I'm bringing up the past.
At that point, you have to. A conversation has to be had about that, because if you can't hear from it, then you'll never grow from it.
So do you agree that bringing up the past sometimes is a good thing or healthy?
It depends on when. Like if the past is 2 weeks, fine. But if you sat on this for 2 years,
leave that 2 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's like really like something that like changed everything in a relationship. It changed like how you guys see, or you change how you see this person, and it's just something you sat on for a long time. Like when we talk about bringing stuff up in the past, it's like we may have argued about it, or I may have had an attitude about it and shut you out about it, and like we never talked about it after that. So you know about it, but like if it's something really that serious that's really eating you alive, and you sat on that for some years, that conversation needs to be had. That's an acceptable time to bring up the past.
Before we move on, y'all ready? Y'all got y'all shot pulled up? Cheers.
Ooh, jinx. Hey, y'all.
Okay, personally, so we're going on to triggers and patterns. What would you say your personal triggers are? What triggers you?
Deflection. Yeah, and I mean, right now the main thing for me is deflection. Deflection, yeah. I don't really like that because I feel like you're avoiding the conversation. You're avoiding what my point. And I mean, you're not listening to my point. You're not trying to hear my point.
I be deflected.
You basically defending yourself. You're being very defensive. You know what I'm saying? Instead of understanding what I'm trying to say and getting my point, understanding my point, you get defensive and you start deflecting. Yes.
So yeah, I be deflecting.
Toxic.
No, I don't, y'all.
Toxic.
I think my triggers are accountability and yelling. What? Those are my triggers. That bothers me. It kind of is like a pinch of deflection too. That's just like in my regular everyday life as well, though. Like outside of relationship, outside of my marriage or whatever. Cut it.
Accountability for sure. Accountability and deflection, which kind of ties into each other.
Yeah,
but
that's why I said it's like it's.
Yeah.
The deflection is like a smidge in there.
Yeah. For sure.
Stress reactions. And when I say stress reactions, I'm saying like how you react under stress. So I speak about me personally. Sometimes I'm super overwhelmed. I'm just done. I'm just super drained. And sometimes I could, it could be something so simple and I could react to you in a way that got you questioning, like, what I do? What's the problem? Well, the whole time, I'm literally just stressed, overwhelmed, and just done for. So it's like, I feel like you need to work on knowing when. No? You don't agree? Knowing when. Like, knowing when is just like, okay, she overwhelmed. I shouldn't take it personal. No? No?
I think I do a really good job of noticing when you're stressed. You don't like the fact that I try to get you out of it. You don't like that.
Listen, ladies, listen. What do you say to get me out of it?
No.
What do you say to get me out of it?
So what you asking me is, what do I say after I come to you and say something to you? You be like, Now I'm like, all right, chill out. You need to calm down.
No.
What?
So when you come to me sometime or whatever, and I'm stressed or I'm just worrying, what do you say?
You tell me, because I just said it.
Ladies, is this not a trigger? Saying you overdoing it. You being extra. Just get over it. It's not that deep. That's you getting me out of it. Am I lying?
That's a woman thing. Y'all do that. Y'all do that.
Am I not lying? Is it not irritating when you're overwhelmed, stressed, depressed, whatever? Exactly. Don't tell me to calm down. Exactly. Calm down. You being extra. It's not even that deep. How you gonna tell me it's not that deep? How you gonna tell me to calm down? Like, thank you,
See,
Nino.
No. I'm glad she brought that up. Because what I just explained is, I already know you're stressed. And a lot of times I already know what it's about. So instead of me coming to talk about it, like, all right, look, let me give you some smooches or something. Let me feel on you a little bit. Let me try to lighten the mood a little bit. You don't like that.
Feeling on me? Giving me kisses and feeling on me when I'm stressed? No!
That don't work?
No.
That don't work when y'all stressed? Y'all don't like that when y'all stressed? You know, like a little comfort? You know what I'm saying?
Comfort is different than coming up to me, grabbing on my ass.
Kissing you on the cheek.
Grabbing on my breast.
Kissing you on the cheek.
Okay, kissing me on the cheek. Okay, a little kiss on the cheek, yes. But all the extra sexual stuff, no, I don't get. I don't care about that right now. And then when you get the reaction of me like pushing off, like not right now.
That's when you overdoing it.
No.
Yeah.
No, you lying. You lying. That's not true. And like you said, most times you do know what the issue is or whatever is. And you come to me when you know I'm upset, and then I don't even know why you're stressing about that. It ain't that deep. We're gonna figure it out. That's not words of comfort.
Yes, it is. We're gonna figure it out like we always do.
Telling me to calm down is not too deep, not that deep, not words of comfort. That's what make me want to fight. Thank you. Come on, Nina. Come on. Dropping jewels. Did you read that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I read.
You got your pen and paper, put it in your back pocket and sit down.
Yeah.
Exactly, Nina, exactly. That will help. That's like not what I'm just always looking for, because I don't even be looking for comfort. I just be like, this is my time. I want to just try to figure it out, stress, depressed, whatever I got to do to get through this. Okay, this is my time. But that will help.
Take a slap on the butt. Good game.
Exactly.
Good game, man.
Grabbing on my butt.
It was a stressful game, but we got through it.
I don't care about sex right now. I don't. What?
Nah, go ahead.
And it's just like a lot of times communication and going back to the initial points, the triggers, your patterns, that sometimes comes from your childhood and things you've experienced in your childhood, which comes to light and comes to the forefront of how you communicate, how you accept things, how you take things. And it's like sometimes you're not even personally fighting with your partner. You're literally just fighting a wound that they had that never healed.
That they have, that you have personally.
No, that your partner is experiencing, because y'all don't like the communication. Like,
oh, you mean you're fighting your partner's wound from their past?
Yeah.
Okay. That's legit.
Okay.
I like
okay.
Ooh. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So, what are practice tools to help you, let's say, we're going to say help you argue better, we're going to say have better communication.
Okay. I mean, arguing is not unhealthy, though. It's okay to argue.
Debate.
Okay. Word choice.
Healthy debate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Pause before responding. A lot of times people need to pause before responding, just to understand, at least try to understand what your partner's saying. Mm-hmm. Yep. Use I feel statements.
I feel like you hate those. I feel like I use those a lot.
I feel that. No. I don't hate it. I just think it's funny because you trying to say something differently than nah. It don't ever work out. Stay in the present and not in the past. Okay. Take breaths when emotions rise. Woosah. Say it with me. You're supposed to say woosah.
Oh. You didn't even say it.
Repair after conflicts. Basically, just apologize without excuse. Don't say I apologize about this, but
no buts.
Apologize.
I had that bad too. Sorry that I react that way, but you made me. But you made me act this way.
You know another thing that won't got bad? Winning an argument. There's no winner.
There's no winner.
There's no winner.
Right.
You gonna watch this live and you gonna realize you're the toxic one. You're toxic.
I haven't said anything.
Healthy conflict isn't about being quiet, it's about being respectful.
True. Now, we are respectful.
Yeah, for sure.
For the most part.
Absolutely. What?
Okay, we do have a couple comments before we move on.
Okay.
Tiffany said, or she going back to the point. It says, or take something off her plate that stresses her and says it's done, then smack on her booty.
She still ain't want me to.
But I agree with you, Tiffany. But don't you agree? Wouldn't you want that if you're stressed, lighten your load to make you feel better? Right? Yeah, do that for your partner.
You can definitely lighten my load.
Okay. Acknowledgement, Kanata said, acknowledgement goes a long way. So simply saying and asking, I understand you're frustrated, and what can I do to help you in this moment? Correct. You have started doing that. What can I do? Well, you used to do that. He started that like 2 years ago, y'all.
Sheesh.
Those Kanata said those I feels are really good, so the other person doesn't feel attacked. Thank you, Ma. Alicia said there is a winner, and it's me. Oftentimes it's me.
It's not to sound like toxicity is something that women gotta like.
But all in all, communication, of course, which we talk about every single show, because communication is literally the main key. There's literally nothing here without communication. And everybody always talk about, oh, y'all been together for so long, y'all been together for this. How is literally communication. Communication and friendship and not disrespecting each other. That's literally how we got this far. And
we got this far because I'm really him.
Right.
She can't go nowhere.
Right. Just all in all, it's not about avoiding the fight. It's about fighting for each other all the time.
What do we call that?
The art of arguing. The art of arguing. That is literally the art of arguing.
The art of arguing, huh? Debate. I like the word debate. Y'all like the word debate? I like the word debate. I feel like I'm saying it weird.
Nina told me I gave you a backhanded compliment.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's usually how her compliments come. Yeah.
Appreciate them as they come. So we have a couple questions. And I do want y'all to answer. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start with, why do y'all think that small issues turn into big fights? I'm going to ask y'all 2 questions so y'all can go ahead and answer either one y'all want, and I'm just giving y'all a couple minutes. Why do small issues turn into big fights? And what's the most common arguments do you think couples have? Like, when it comes to you and your partner, what's the most common argument do you think you guys experience?
Well, I mean, but y'all have been around other couples that argue too. So
true. Think? Okay, or couples in general. Yeah. But I want to hear about them.
That's cool too. Answer for you and them. Like, what's the most common thing y'all argue about? What's the most common thing we argue about?
Most common thing we argue about. Who right?
Why you think that is?
Because you want to understand that I'm right. That's why.
This lady's crazy, y'all.
Okay. Felicia said because we don't listen to understand. 100%. Literally, listen to respond. Tiffany said because it's swept under the rug.
Is that?
Are you saying the issue is swept under the rug?
Yeah.
That's why it turns to a bigger fight because now when it's brought back up.
Ooh.
Okay, so yes. So
that's a big one.
Kanetta is agreeing with Tiffany. The small things are swept under the rug rather than being talked about. Agreed, because then the small things become big things.
Right.
I agree with that, y'all.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And y'all didn't answer earlier when we were talking. Do you guys agree that yelling is always toxic? Do you think like yelling during an argument, do you think that's toxic? Just say yes or no.
If you want to elaborate, please do.
Oh, I mean, you definitely can. I'm sorry, that wasn't against the rules.
I'm trying to think. She said specific rules here.
And the next question is, how do unmet needs show up in conflict?
I mean, I think it started with those small little petty things, you know, like you thinking about saying it, right? You want to say it, but you want to say it in the right way, and you don't want to offend your partner. So sometimes it doesn't come out like right away. You sit on it for a while, but then like some kind of ticks you off. The dishes, freaking
so chores,
the garbage, not just chores, just something.
Oh yeah, the garbage ticks me off.
Anyway, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Some small comes up, and then next thing you know, it blows up into a big argument because you kind of upset in your head already, and that's when things escalate. Yeah.
We have a couple people that says yes. Yelling is toxic. Yelling is toxic.
So you need to stop that.
I need to stop yelling at you?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a yelling mama. I do be yelling at my kids though, y'all. I gotta work on that. Yelling at them. I'm not a whooping parent, but I am a yelling parent. Don't say that.
You're a yelling wife too.
Okay, well I'm a yelling person. And this is the last question. Two. How does childhood impact how we argue? And do couples inherit conflict styles from family? Yes. Yes. Does couple inherit conflict style from families? Okay, so this is why I say yes. Because
you need to charge your phone.
I grew up around a yelling mama. Like, I really didn't get whoopings. I really didn't get whoopings. I grew up around a yelling mom. And it's like, that, and I understand how it made me feel, so I shouldn't want to make my kids feel that way. But I also used to be like, okay, at least she just gonna yell. I'm gonna get over it. Like, she just gonna yell, blah, 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 blah. Or whatever. At least I ain't getting no whooping. So I do think it's kind of inherent. So I do feel like you kind of pick up.
You good? Oh, my bad. Oh, y'all a shot.
Kanata said, yelling can become toxic because once your yelling starts, no one is listening. Yep, that's what we said. The point is now that a battle of who can yell the loudest, correct. And then she's going to my point when I was like, yeah, I yell at my kids or whatever, and like inheriting conflict style. She was like, yes, yelling will become the norm of the little ones, and that will teach them that the form of communication is normal.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Me too. So that's probably why I do it. So they probably gonna do it.
That's what I said too, Tiffany. Yelling is toxic if that's the only way to communicate.
Yes, if that's the only way to communicate, yeah.
That's what I said too.
That's why I said just raise your voice a little bit sometimes. That's true. That's true, Antoine. And like I said, I grew up around a lot of yelling parents. My cousin just came on and said he was talking about his mama yelling. We did. She used to yell at us a whole lot. Like, so she didn't whoop us, but she yelled at us a lot. So they need to take that in consideration. I was just raised like that. It's just my childhood. You know, that's my problem. You know, blame my mama and my aunties now.
They catching strays on the live. They catching strays on the live.
But thank y'all for tuning in to episode 5 of the Vow and Vibe with Tori and Mo. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, but before we go,
please, if you have any other questions, send them through. We can answer them on the next live.
Yep, you guys can also always inbox me any questions, inbox me any topics you want to hear about, anything you want to hear us talk about. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for our YouTube. You guys can always put your questions under there, and I will answer. I'm going to get better at that, Mom, because I know you always leave some questions out there, and I have not gotten to answer them, but I will get to it.
For sure.
The Vow and Vibe with Tori and Mo, Episode 5, The Art of Arguing. Cheers.
Definitely appreciate y'all engagement. It's always fun to talk to y'all like right then and there instead of like recording and then hearing from y'all later. I love hearing from y'all right then and there. Love you too, boy.
Love you guys too. Good night.
Hey to everybody that came on and spoke. Sorry if we didn't speak to y'all personally, but we appreciate everybody getting on.
Good night.